You are listening to Win on KZKO. Check them out every Monday from 4 to 5 p.m. Mountain Time. Only on KZKO The Vibe.
Yeah! Listen up, partners. This is Good, Bad, Ugly on World Improv Network.
Good evening, everyone. I am Alex.
I'm Asa.
I'm Jim.
And we are your astute win counselors to solve any problems you have during the week or during the daily grind that you go through. So we're going to take the first question from Hussein from Doha, Qatar. Wow, he writes, Dear Win, I would love to come to the United States to study engineering at university. Where in the U.S. would you recommend would be the best place for me to go to university? Jim, what do you think?
Well, it depends on, well, kind of how sharp you are. But if you're hardcore, if you're really into engineering, I'm going to suggest my alma mater of the Pennsylvania State University. It's a huge university of 80-some thousand people. A lot of them are engineering students.
Really?
Because I guess they have a decent engineering program. So as an alumnus, I have to support the alma mater.
Well, how's campus life for a guy like Hussein coming from Qatar at Penn State?
Well, with 80,000 people, they get students from all over the world, so I'm sure he could find a lot of other fellows from Qatar that he could hang around with that might help ease his transition to life in America.
What do you think, Ace?
I would recommend Tennessee Christian University because I imagine that there will be a lot of isolation from the student body, which will just drive you further into your academics.
Oh, so he really gets into the books because he hates everyone around him.
Yeah, something like that.
Okay. That's interesting. Well, you know what I would say, Hussein, probably the best thing you could do there, winner, is actually just go online. For $50, you can buy a degree from any U.S. university, Yale, Harvard, Penn State, doesn't matter. You could show it to your parents. Matter of fact, why don't you milk them for 4 years of money so they come over here and they spend all this money thinking they're, using it on tuition and so on and living expenses, and all you're doing is partying for 4 years. And then you just show them this fake $50 diploma that you got online. That's what I would recommend. In that case, go anywhere you want. Pick a city, throw a dart at it, go there. Well, all right. Bree from Las Vegas, Nevada writes, Dear Win, I'm a cocktail waitress in one of the strip hotel and casinos. I make good money. However, I seem to gamble much of it away playing blackjack before or after my shift. How do you recommend I keep from gambling so much?
Alex, can I raise a question about the question?
Yes.
When she says strip hotel and casinos, is she like a stripper? Or is this just a hotel and casino on the strip?
On the strip, I think she means, yeah, one of the big ones, yeah.
Okay.
Well, I mean, yeah, I think so. And, well, Bree, let's see. Leave it to me to give you some practical advice here. Maybe come in 5 minutes late every day to your shift so you can't even stop at the blackjack table at all. And then make sure that you stay 15 to 20 hours later so you're so tired you can't even gamble, even with the oxygen that they pump into the casino. That's what I'd recommend. What do you think, Ace?
Yeah, that's a tricky situation because, you have to change your environment.
Right.
If, it sounds like, if you're making good money, then you don't want to leave this job, but at the same time, the job is in a casino.
Right.
And it's the casino that is kind of providing your problem. So, what I would suggest is, go in there and turn the tables over.
Oh, like flip the tables like you're pissed off?
Yeah.
Oh, all right.
Like go in there angry. Get really angry before you go to work.
Like Hulk.
Yeah, like envision these blackjack tables, like saying angry, demeaning things to you.
Oh.
And like repeat these mean, derogatory, mean, super mean things.
Almost
Imagine, to yourself before you go to bed.
Oh, okay.
And then dream about these blackjack tables doing that. And then when you go in, you won't want to interact with them.
Interesting. Jim, you're a gambler?
Well, I used to be. It sounds like, Winner Bree, that you have an addictive personality. So you're enabling one of your addictions by working in a casino. So I would say find another addiction to take its place. Be that a drug problem, or maybe sex addiction is very in right now.
That makes sense. And Vegas, Sin City, right?
Yeah. I guess it's harder to channel your money into a sex addiction. So maybe opt for the drug addiction, so that can have the added benefit. Or, if you're throwing all your money into a drug addiction, you'll have nothing to gamble.
So that's a good point. So she goes broke regardless.
Yeah, and in a way, you'll be gambling with your life as it is.
Oh, that's perfect.
So yeah,
she can get 2. It's like 2 for 1.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh wow, that's a great piece of advice, Winner. Clearly, that'd be the one I would go with. Jake from Portland, Oregon writes, "Dear Win, I was dating a wonderful girl off and on for the past 6 months, and for no real apparent reason, she has decided to want nothing to do with me anymore and gone completely cold. How would you recommend to best try to win her back?" Asa.
I recently saw an episode of Community Court.
Oh, yeah, that's an awesome show.
And it was with Jay-Z and Beyonce.
Yeah.
And I think we all know that they're having a rough time.
Uh-huh.
And, but one of the things that the judge said that stuck out to me was communication, the importance of communication.
That is key, yeah.
So if she's just gone cold, you don't want to force the situation. But at the same time, you want to make it clear to her that it is important to you to at least have the reasoning.
Some dialogue or something, yeah.
Yeah. At least, convey to her that it's important for closure's sake that you understand why things got to where they are, and to understand where she's coming from.
Okay, so at least have some clarity, if nothing else.
Yeah.
Jim, what do you think?
Alpha thinking. It's a method of mild mind control that I myself have actually successfully used.
Oh.
It's there's a pattern of meditation that you go through, and then you put yourself in your secret underground it's a mental secret underground chamber. And then you use the alpha waves generated by your brain to influence other people.
Right.
I read a book on this in high school, so I started using it. And in my underground chamber, I was putting out alpha waves so that Christina Torres would kiss me. And it was not but the very next day, completely out of the blue, that she totally tongue-kissed me in the 900s reference room of the library at school. So it works.
Clearly, it must work. Can you fly too, like the Maharishi Flyers, by doing that? Kind of just bouncing up and down and actually levitate?
Oh, I did not advance that
Didn't
far.
matter, right? You're talking about relationships more important.
Yeah.
Well, Jake, Winner, here's what I would do. I like the idea of mind control. I think it's a good idea, but there's a better way of maybe doing that. Yeah, have you ever seen the old Star Trek films where they put that beetle-looking thing in someone's ear, and then it controls their brain once it gets up there for 5-10 minutes afterwards? Get one of those beetles. Or centipede-looking thing is actually what it looks like. Okay. Stick it in the ear, invite her to coffee. When she bends over to grab something off the ground that you planted there, you stick it right into her right ear. And then after 3 or 4 minutes, she's drinking the coffee. She doesn't know what's going on. Bam, now you have her where you want her. Tell her what you want to do. You get exactly what you want, which is getting her back. And then for the rest of her life, you got her under your mind control. So that's what I'd recommend. Or go with Jim's one. Well, that's going to do it for today, guys. That's a good, bad, ugly. We're going to give you one more piece of inspiration to end the show and to get you through the week, known as Horoscope Corner.
Love, fortune, status. Let us do your astrological chart. Horoscope Corner on World Improv Network.
All you Virgos out there, they say you're patient, you're dedicated, precise, and logical, but if you look at your symbol, that doesn't add up. You shouldn't be patient, dedicated, precise, and logical. However, embrace that and then go with your emotions through your daily life. Make this week the most patient, dedicated, precise, and logical week you've ever had, and then use your emotions to channel it to other people and spread that beautiful wing that you have as a Virgo.
Thanks for listening to Win on KZKO. Don't forget to interact with the cast by sending your suggestions for each segment throughout the week by hitting them up on Facebook at World Improv Network, Twitter at World Improv Net, or the Win KZKO blog. See you next week.